Hi guys, and welcome back to our channel. Today, as part of our self-love campaign, I have with me a very special guest who is going to speak to me about comparison and envy. So without further ado, can we please welcome Bekki? Hello Bekki.
Hi Lisa.
Thank you so much for being part of this campaign. How are you today?
I'm fine. I have a bit of a cold.
She has a cold, guys, so bear with her. But yes, before we get into it, can you say a bit about yourself to the viewers?
Okay, well, I'm Bekki. What am I supposed to say? I'm a YouTuber.
And we'll link it in the description box.
Alright. I post. I do lifestyle, beauty, and celebrity news videos. And yeah, I love music. I'm a bit of an introvert, right? And not that I'm even a bit. I'm an introvert. and yeah, there's really nothing to say about me. I really hate talking about myself. Yeah, I hate it.
But today we're talking about you.
We're talking about the topic. Yeah,
hand as well.
Yeah. So that's the most important.
So today we're going to be talking about comparison and envy. So before we start, what is your definition of what self-love means?
Self-love is basically loving yourself, no matter what you look like, and no matter the kind of person you are. Just loving yourself and loving your flaws, and that's self-love. And not really caring what people think about you, and just living your life for you. Basically, that's self-love.
I love that. Speaking about self-love, what would you say are barriers to loving self in this generation and society that we live in? What would you say are the main barriers?
I'll say social media, right? And people close to you, right? Because I say people close to you because sometimes you think because people are close to you, they're your tight friends or whatever, so their opinion matters. But most of the time, the people close to you are your worst enemy. So they might say stuff that will bring you down, but you thinking because they're close to you, they're right, and you start believing them. And of course, social media, with the way social media is, you see other people's life every day, so you just want their life, especially if someone is not working or if someone is living this luxurious life. If someone is living this expensive lifestyle and you have to get up and go to your typical work, and you're just like, if only I can be living that life as well, I don't have to live this way and that. So social media and people close to you.
It's funny that you said people close to you, because I think with me, you can have friends who support you, and you can have friends who want your downfall, but they hide it very well. And I think with me growing up, I had people around me who what they said was my truth. So if someone said, "Oh, Lisa, you're doing good," I'm doing good. And if the person said you're not doing so great or you're failing in this, all of a sudden what they say is what I stick to. And so I had this thing in my mind where everything that people said was the truth that I took. And so I struggled to love myself. I struggled to know God's truth about myself. I struggled to see myself in His way as opposed to people's way. And it's funny that you said social media as well, which we'll get onto as well. I think with social media, if you're not strong in who you are, with your identity rooted in Christ, anything that anyone posts can get to you, in the sense of you want what they have, you want the cars, you want the money, you want the holidays, you want everything.
You want the perfect body.
Yes, because they're showing you the perfect body as well, the perfect skin. Yes. Because they're basically showing you a lifestyle that maybe it's not every day, but they're showing you the good points of their life. And I think when we talk about social media, we always link it to material things. We never link it to someone just loving themselves. We never link it to someone saying they're content in who they are. We never link it to anything like that. We always link it to things that you can attain, which is temporary.
And also, don't forget relationship goals as well. That is what's on social media. It's like, that is relationship goals. But what you don't know is, like, okay, on social media you see the perfect pictures, but maybe like 5-10 minutes after, like they're probably like screaming at each other or beating each other up. Even split up. But you don't know that, and you're like, it looks so cute together. Relationship goals. So so social media and definitely people around you can influence self-esteem as
Wow.
well. Yeah.
So today we're talking about comparison and envy. To you, what does comparison look like?
What is comparison look? Well, to me, comparison is comparing yourself to someone else, right? So as we were saying before, maybe body-wise, relationship goal-wise, maybe lifestyle as well. Like
That's
you
a
want
big
your
one.
lifestyle to be someone else. You want someone else's lifestyle, but you don't have it. But there's nothing wrong with you. You are just working your way up, right? But you fail to see that the person you're looking at, he or she they worked their way up. Their level is probably above yours, but they've worked hard for that thing. But you're comparing yourself to that person. So comparison is basically looking at what someone else has and wanting that for yourself, but not knowing how that person got that thing or what they did to believe in that lifestyle. So yeah, that's comparison for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a big one. In comparison and envy, to me, it's kind of the same thing, because when you're comparing yourself to someone, you're envious of what they have.
Yeah.
And I love what you said about you can want something someone has, but you don't know how they got it.
How they got it.
You don't know the steps they took to get it. You know, some people say, oh yeah, I'm doing A, B and C and I want to be good at this. And I am being good at it because I'm working and persevering. But you don't know the crying, you don't know the prayers, you don't know the attacks, you don't know the things that I've had to go through behind closed doors. You only see the end result. And sometimes people don't like to show their vulnerability to others. They don't like to show that they're going through things.
They will only show you the good part. Especially even with YouTube as well. Like, obviously I'm still a small YouTuber, but sometimes I'm just like, I see other big YouTubers. Now I know they've been doing it for the past 5-6 years, so obviously that's why they're at the point they are now. But sometimes I'm just like, oh, if only I can even get like this amount of subscribers, this amount of views. But then I remind myself, this is my journey now. They were at the position I'm in now, they were there at one point, but now 6 years after, look at them. So I'm working my way up. I will get there someday, right? But just not yet. So that's in that way, that's comparison as well, because I'm comparing myself to people that they've struggled, they probably had so many sleepless nights editing videos, and they're doing well for themselves now, and I'm still working my way up. So yeah, that's comparison. In the way it's envy as well, because I envy them. So yeah.
It's quite deep when you think about it, because you're basically comparing your level 1 with someone's level 5.
Exactly.
And you know, they may show you the good parts and everything that they want you to see, but they're not, like we said, they're not showing you what they did to get there. Some people, they say, okay, I did A, B and C, and they're authentic with it. They're very transparent. Other people will say, you know, I prefer not to talk about it, but I'm here now. Some people, I mean, everyone's different. Some people will share, some people won't. So in effect, you only ever see the end result for some people, whereas others will take you through the journey and the process. Because I believe that if you want to aspire to be something, be around people who you can learn and grow with to get to where you need to be. You can't just hover over all, how do you say it, everything that you're learning and everything that you're growing and building yourself. You need to share that with people. I always like to say that if I can learn something new, I like to share it with someone, because you never know who you can bless with that.
True.
So it's also looking around about who hangs around with you, who is your friend.
That's very, very important. And even if they're doing better than you, are they willing to share their success story with you, or they're gonna close up, and if you ask them like, oh, forget, I just did it, and I'm just here. You know, some people are like that. They don't want you to do well, so they rather not tell you how they got about where. And some people, the reason why they can't tell you is because the way they got there is not the right way. So they can't really tell. They can't tell you their secrets because their secret is not clean. You know, so they're like, oh, I just got there. Some people say it's just God. Some people use God to cover up. But yeah, that's it.
That's very interesting. And it just reminds me of women in this generation. You know, some of the women out there, they like to be seen, they like to be heard, they like everything to be about them. Whereas there are women who are behind the scenes helping women to grow, helping women to make it to where they need to be, but they're not seen. And sometimes I feel as though people take credit for things that in actual fact it's not them. They just, because they want the glamour, they want to be famous, they want all these different things. And then it makes me question, what's the intentions of your heart? What exactly are you doing what you're doing for? What's the reason for it? Because if me being famous, it means I have to step on people's toes and I have to do things the wrong way. It makes no sense. Not that I say I want to be famous, I'm giving an example. But, you know, it makes me question why we don't support each other in things that we're doing. Meanwhile, it's the same field, it's the same job, it's ministry, it's whatever that it is, it's the same thing, but obviously there'll be different outcomes. But it's still in the same field. So I always wonder, why can't we support each other more? Why can't you tell your secrets? Why can't you bless another sister who you see is up and coming, who needs help? Why must it always be about you and where you need to get to? Because then you're no longer a selfless person, you're selfish. Because you're just caring about yourself and where you want to get to.
That's true.
And it makes me question, if that's really your heart's intentions, then how are you gonna make it?
In a way, that's in a way, it's sort of bitterness, right? And it's jealousy as well, because you just want to remain at level 5, right? You're at level 5, right? Someone wants to get to level 5, but you don't want them to get to your level 5, so you keep quiet and let them stay at their level 1, right? But you just don't want some people to just be on the same level as you, so you can show that, look, I'm above you. Because if someone is already working up to level 5 and you're on level 5, there's really nothing to say anymore. So some people just keep quiet and let you just remain there, so they can still prove that they are above you. So
so we went a bit off topic.
I think so.
So in terms of investing in yourself, what are the practical ways that one can use to invest?
Obviously talk to God, right? Pray about it, read your Bible, the usual step, and then read, right? Reading is very, very important. Reading about what area you want to invest yourself in, if that makes sense. Like read books, learn more, right? By reading you learn more. So read and watch how other people are doing their thing, but don't compare yourself. Don't be envious, but just see how they learn from people, right? Watch how people are going about doing their thing. You might not see a lot, but just the few that you see, pick up bits from each person or whoever your mentor is. And secondly, which is something I need to work at as well, get a mentor. Try and find someone that is doing well in the field that you want, and talk to them, see how they can help as well. But most importantly, just read and learn. Learning is important. So read and know what you're going to go into, or what you want. So that's it, if that makes sense. Because
knowledge is power. I love reading as well.
I think it's very important.
It's very important. You know, the Bible is our source. And the resources that we have with the Bible can really equip you to learn more about yourself, where you're trying to get to. And I think as well, it's important to remember that to get to a place is a process. And so we shouldn't compare ourselves to other people. You know, they also had their fair share of ups and downs, and where they are now is a reflection of the hard work they put in. So in order for us to make it, we need to put the hard work in. It's no use of saying, I want to get to here and I'm just going to sit down, it's going to fall on my lap. You need to persevere and put the work in. And so by you comparing yourself to someone else, you're taking
what they've worked hard for,
and you're using it as something that you can
you're just making yourself upset basically, because they're not even bothered about you. You're the one that's looking at their life and just making yourself sad by looking at their life, because they don't know you, right? you're looking at their picture, looking at their lifestyle is not going to help you, right? It might motivate you to want to work hard, which is good, which is a good part of it. But if it's not motivating you, if it's just making you bitter or making you hate that person more, then it makes no sense, because it's you're bothering yourself.
Yeah.
You're not bothering them because they don't care. It's yourself that you're bothering. So yeah.
So growing up, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, a lot of advice, a lot, right?
Or in fact, looking back at your younger self,
Yeah.
what advice would you give to that person?
Okay, first and first, take education serious, right? Because since I was a young girl, right? I've never been one for school, right? Like school has never been for me. That's the truth. So focus on your education, right? Love yourself, right? Do not let small matters get to you or upset you, because I'm a very emotional person, right? Little things just makes me cry. Sometimes I'm like, when I stop crying, I'm like, are you okay? Why are you crying? So yeah, so focus on your education, right? Do not be so emotional. Create a tough side of you as well. And boys, forget about boys. They don't, guys don't matter. Focus on yourself. You're pretty, and just focus on your life. Guys, they don't matter basically. So that's the advice to my younger self. And have a plan for your life, because if I feel like if I had plans for my life, I probably wouldn't. I'm grateful, to be honest, but some things I would have done, some things different. But just know what you want from an earlier age and chase after it. So yeah, that's
So
it.
younger self. It's funny because to my younger self, there's a lot of things I would have said. I think my number one lesson, the boys.
Yeah, the boys.
I mean, growing up, there was a lot of attention from guys, and I think that sort of distracted me, and I got attention from the wrong places. And I had the wrong crowd of friends, and I made the wrong decisions.
Younger self, be careful of your friends. Pick your friends wisely. Pick them wisely. Not everyone that's around your circle is your friend. So just read people well before you allow them in your circle.
Pray over it as well.
Pray
over your friends.
Yeah.
Pray over your friends.
Yeah. And remember, it's your circle, so you have the power to allow certain people in and out. So just watch people around you very closely. Not everyone is your friend.
Yeah.
So that's something
That's very true.
Yeah.
Friends.
That's it.
And we've spoken a bit about social media, but what effect would you say social media has on women, which young women growing up need to be careful of?
I'll say in terms of maybe body wise as well, and as we said earlier, lifestyle, right? They need to not be so like not everyone is built differently basically. Just because you're built big doesn't mean like you need to be. You've seen someone skinny, you need to be skinny. So care more about. Don't focus more on your body size, and people's lifestyle are different. So just because someone is living a famous lifestyle doesn't mean that's a lifestyle. That's not God's plan for you. So focus more on God's plan for you, basically. That's a good advice.
That's true. I mean,
that's the most important thing, God's plan for your life. And I feel like that's something you need to know from an earlier age as well, so you can work towards it. I think that's what parent needs to focus on. They need to, from an earlier age, pray to God to show their child or to show them the child's God's plan for their child's life from an earlier age, because that way you can work towards it. Because if you don't know from an earlier age, you can know later on, but it is better from an earlier age, because certain mistakes you will not make. Because if you know, okay, this is what God wants for my life, from an earlier age, you won't chase after things that are irrelevant. Because you know this is what God wants me to do. This is my part, and this is the part I'm going to work towards. So certain things you will avoid. So that's very important. Just know God's plan for your life. So That's it.
But I think with social media, I used to compare myself to a lot of people who I may have known them but not closely. So I'll look at the followers, I'll look at what they're doing, I'll look at their jobs, I'll look at all these things. And sometimes social media can make you think that everyone's got their life together and everything is just perfect. But yet your life is crumbling and you're asking God why.
Why?
And I had to learn the hard way that when you compare yourself, you're belittling who God has created you to be by raising up someone else who you have no idea what they've gone through or no idea what they've even done to get there. But because your life at that moment in time is not a life that you would want, you all of a sudden compare to everyone and anyone, and it discredits you and who you are and who God has created you to be. You know, He says we're fearfully and wonderfully made.
Yeah.
And that encourages me daily to know that, you know what, this is how God has made me. Though I'm different to people, though I look differently, though I speak differently,
it's just,
I'm me.
Yeah, you're just you. That's just the way God made you to be. So, and it's good for everyone to be different because we all have a different, unique personalities, and everything sort of works together. Like your whatever your gift now might help me later on in life. My gift later on might help you, and it's just, you see the way God just made everyone different. Because if we're all the same, it will be boring. Then I won't need you. You won't need me because we're the same thing, so we won't really need each other. But God put different gifts in our life just to, so people at the end they'll be able to help each other with so many different gifts. So it's just mind blowing, just the way God just plays everything together.
I love that. Yeah. And when you do compare yourself, it's as though you feel you're not good enough. You feel as though everyone is running past you, everyone's doing well.
Oh, trust me.
And I'm stuck here. Then maybe God doesn't love me. Maybe God hasn't created me for greatness.
I'll be honest with you, so many times I've cried. Right, and that's the honest truth. Sometimes I just find myself crying, because I won't lie, social media does get to me. Like sometimes I'm just like, God, why me? Why? Like, why do I have to go to work today? I just want to stay at home and just do my work and just leave everything. But I just remind myself, look, this is what the stage you are in life. One day someone's looking at me and they're like, oh shit, I want to be like her. Why me, I'm looking at someone else. So one day I will get where I want to be, but everything is just with time. So yeah, but I won't lie, like I've seen things on social media and been upset about it and stuff. So yeah, it does get to you sometimes.
Social media can have a stronghold on someone.
Yeah.
Because you always want more. You're never satisfied with what you have. You always want what others have.
Yeah.
And you can find yourself always striving to do things that others are getting. And you always want yourself to be in a position where you can say, okay, I've got this, I'm okay, I'm satisfied. But can you ever be truly satisfied with all these material things?
No.
All these likes, all these dislikes, and okay, dislikes. Some people take dislikes to heart.
Some people cry,
Yeah. I've heard experiences where people have
some
actually.
People take it deep. They're like, I can't believe it's this person actually disliked it. Yeah. Some people take
but
it.
The thing is, not everyone is gonna like you. Not everyone is gonna like what you're doing. If I was liked by every person, I'd have to ask myself what's going on. That's the honest truth.
That would be it.
That's the honest truth. Because when Jesus was here on earth, he was betrayed.
Yeah.
You know, he was beaten. He went through all manner of things. So, and he wasn't liked by everyone. So who am I to then come and think that because I'm doing good things, which in my eyes I feel are good, everyone is gonna like me? If anything, you know, it pushes me to go on. It pushes me to know that I'm doing this for God. I'm not doing it for man. And the moment you realize what you're doing is for God, is the moment you have that freedom from people pleasing, from fear of man, and all those different things. Because it's no longer about your flesh, it's no longer about pleasing people, it's about your spirit. It's about growing in the things of God. And I think at times we need to check our heart and the intentions of what we're doing. Why are we doing that? What is the motive behind what you're doing? And if it's not because God has said so, then don't do it. Don't do it to fit in. You weren't born to fit in. Don't do it to be liked by everyone. You won't be liked by everyone.
Everyone will like you.
Yeah, you can be a really good person, but there are still people there who will find something to bring you down with. And then it's up to you to say, you know what, Am I going to listen to what people say? Am I going to listen to what God says?
That's
Just weigh it up.
That's why I said focus on, from a young age you need to know God's plan for you, because if you know God's plan for your life, nothing bothers you. You just focus on your journey and just walk your way up yourself. You won't even be bothered by all this social media stuff. But if you don't know God's plan for you, you just be picking everything you want to see. Like, she's doing this, it's working for her. Let me try it.
But it might not work for you.
It might not work for you. That's why I said always know, from a young age it's important to know God's plan for you. That way, that will be your focus, and that's what you're going to work with for the rest of your life. But the most important thing is focus on your journey. Just focus on your journey. The way I see things is like we're all on a journey, right? We're all heading. Obviously, the ultimate goal is to make heaven, right? But we're all on a journey, right? What we need to do is focus on each of our journey. Just keep walking. Don't look back, because looking back is a distraction, right? Because once you're looking back, you'll have to stop to look. You can't be running and be looking. It's a distraction. So you need to like focus and just keep running. Just keep running. There are people in front of you, but keep running. You will eventually meet up with them, but keep going, because once you start constantly looking back, people behind you, they're gonna pass you by, right? They're going to pass you. They're gonna go in front of you. So, but once you focus on the journey, it's just close. You're just there. So,
be content with the portion God has given you, and He will multiply it and bless you. And I think when we know that what we're doing is for God, like I said, it gives you peace. You don't have the stronghold of what people will say. You don't do things to get liked. You do things because you want to help build the kingdom. You are one person amongst many. So we all need to come together with what we have to build. We shouldn't be scattering. We shouldn't be comparing. We shouldn't be envying. Because at the end of the day, what works for you, like you said, won't work for me. What works for me won't work for you.
That's why we all have different gifts and personalities. So just focus on whatever makes you happy, because something I've learned from my dad is happiness is the most important thing. You need to worry about your happiness. Do whatever makes you happy. Forget other people. As I said, it's like you're in a circle, right? It's your own bubble. You're in your circle, right? You're watching other people, right? But at the end of the day, it's your journey. It's personal to you. So focus on that. Just focus on whatever makes you happy and do it, right? You don't know what other people are doing. You don't know how they got where they are. You don't know the amount of times they've cried, or even if they're still crying at that moment. You don't know. So just focus on your happiness and just worry about you and your journey. That's basically it. And that's something that I wish I had known since I was little. So, but it's something I'm still learning, and still getting there. So
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. And notice that we kept bringing it back to social media, because I feel as though comparison and envy, it really let's say social media highlights that more, because people portray themselves as someone that they're not. That's one. No one is perfect. We're all imperfect beings. We will make mistakes. We will get things, we'll lose them. Friends will come, they'll go. You know, there's so many things that will happen in our lives, but it's always best to go back to God, the source, and say, you know what, God, where am I going wrong? Help me to navigate my path to get back on track. You know, because people are fickle. They will support you today, and tomorrow they're not going to support you. They're here today, they're gone tomorrow. So we can't allow our identity to be in people, because the moment those people leave, the moment they change,
you're going to be sad.
You're going to be unbalanced. You wouldn't know what to do with yourself. You'd just be going left, right, center. You know. So I just really appreciate what you said. Really appreciate what you said.
As I said, I'm still growing. It's still something that I'm still personally learning, right? It still gets to me sometimes. Social media does get to me sometimes, but I just after when I finish talking, I just get back up and I'm like, you know what? I need to do this for myself. It's my journey. I can't focus on other people. I need to just work by myself and just with God help, I'll get there
Amen.
someday. So
Amen. One or two scriptures I just want to share.
yeah.
2 Corinthians 10:12 says, "Not that we dare to classify or compare ourselves with some of those who are commending themselves, but when they measure themselves by one another and compare themselves with one another, they are without understanding." And I think what I took away from that is that sometimes when you do these things and you compare yourself, what you're actually doing is you're showing lack of understanding in who you are and who God has called you to be. The moment you compare yourself to another imperfect human being, it makes no sense, because the things that worked for them, the mistakes that they did, you could do, and you could end up in a worse off situation.
Yeah.
Whereas if you understand the path that God has for you and who God says you are, comparison will not even be a thing that you need to concern yourself with, because you know who God says you are. You know that as your truth, and His word is never changing.
Nope.
His word doesn't change
Always the
tomorrow.
same.
He doesn't break His promises.
Nope.
So you can be assured that when you go to the word of God for your truth and understanding, comparison in all those ways of man, they will flee from you, because they have no room in your life with you, you know. And as well, it just reminds me of a few things that you said. And I think in this generation, sometimes we've lost the way, where we no longer go back to the word of God for what that says about us. We look at what we have and what people say about us to define us.
Yeah.
So the moment we lose all those things is the moment we've lost ourselves.
We get
What do you think about
upset
that?
and we start crying because all our hopes was in what people were saying.
Yeah.
But if we didn't bother ourselves with what people were saying before, it wouldn't even, if the person leaves, or if the person is not talking to you, or if the person is not helping you, won't even notice.
That's true.
Because you'll be like, look, I didn't care about your thoughts.
That's
Your thoughts
true.
did not even bother me before.
That's true.
So I'm not bothered, and you just focus on your life.
And now we know that you made a way. When our backs were against the wall and it looked as if